I'm Brandon Lang, and this is your Thursday, October 2nd edition of My Two Cents. In a moment, we're going to break down a couple of college football free pick winners for the weekend. We'll look at Vandy and Alabama, the big one in the SEC, and the Florida rivalry of Miami rolling into Florida State. We'll break both those down for you. Also, we'll have a take on Shadduer Sanders and the saga of the third-string quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. More importantly, though, tonight on the website, a 60-dimer, number 2 in a row in college football as we look to push the college football record to 11-4, and it's a second straight 60-dime winner off of Florida State losing last Thursday night as I had Virginia plus the points, and they got the outright win, 46-38 in OT. Nice 60-dime winner there. So tonight, we look for a second straight 60-dime winner. We also look for winning day number 6 of the last 7, and we also look for football winner number 7 of my last 9. That's what's on the table tonight. Let's get this second straight 60-dime winner, and let's push that college football record to 11-4 this season. All right. We'll get to those free pick winners in just a second. My 2 cents, Shadduer Sanders, and it's amazing to me, as good as Deion Sanders is in the press, that Shadduer just can't get it. He came out and said, I'm ready to play. He came out and said, I'm ready. He came out and said, me. And Rex Ryan said, keep your mouth shut. And so yesterday on the day when they announced that Dillon Gabriel would be the starter, Joe Flacco, the backup, the press immediately shoved microphones in Shadur's face. And Shadduer being comical, being classless, because Dan Orlovsky actually had a fantastic take on Get Up this morning. And he said what Shadduer doesn't realize, that he's auditioning for one of 62 spots in the NFL. I think it's 64. That's quarterback and backup in the NFL. There's 64 spots. And although you're third string with Cleveland, how you act and how you carry yourself is more important than anything else. And it's amazing Deion doesn't get in Shadur's ear and say, listen to me. Anytime a microphone is shoved in your face, just say, I'm just trying to get better. I'm just trying to learn the system, and I'm just trying to be the best teammate that I can. Every single time a mic is shoved in your face, that's exactly what you said or say. And then yesterday, when he's at the perfect opportunity, with a mic in his face, with Dillon Gabriel being announced as a starter, Flacco second, him third, what he should have said, what his father should have told him to say, is listen, I'm just going to continue to work hard. I'm third string. And when the opportunity presents itself and my team calls on me, I'm going to make sure I am ready to play. And for now, I'll do everything I can to help Dillon, and I will do everything I can to help this team prepare for the Minnesota Vikings the best I can. That's it. Don't sit there to the press and go like this. How childish and immature that this kid continues to be is amazing to me, especially as well-versed in the press that his father is. And it's sad because Shadduer Sanders' career is slowly heading down the wrong way of a one-way street. And I feel sad because he looks like a good kid, but he just hasn't grasped onto how to play the game at the NFL level. All right, couple free picks for you. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to take Florida State at home plus the 4. They waxed Alabama, which is the game you're watching behind me right now. And yes, they fell flat at Virginia in a Friday night game. They kind of bought into the rat poisoning that Nick Saban talks about. But at the end of the day, they're back home facing a Canes team that is playing their first road game of the year. Yes, Miami comes in off a bye. Cristobal, 7-19 against the spread with rest. And he's 1-9 against the spread if he's facing a team off a straight up and against the spread loss, which Florida State is against Virginia. I'm going to take Florida State plus more than a field goal in a game, I think. Turns out to be a field goal game. As far as Vandy and Alabama is concerned, how good is Alabama? I don't think Georgia is very good based on watching their performance at Tennessee. I don't put much stake into Alabama beating Georgia 24-21 last Saturday. I think Vandy's the real deal. I think Vandy got caught looking ahead. I don't think they played with the right intensity last week in Utah State. And I think getting 10.5 is way too much for the undefeated Commodores who beat Alabama last year in Vandy. Didn't just beat them. They beat them pretty soundly. And they were a 23.5 point home underdog. 2 free pick winners for you. Let's roll with Vandy plus the points and Florida State at home, plus the points. I'm Brandon Lang, 60 Dimer, number 2 in a row, available on the website right now. Win or lose, we'll see you back here on Friday with another edition of My 2 Cents.